mate. Video already started on YouTube. How is the sound? How do you hear me? Okay. Oh my god, again from a TR pocket. Bouncing again from a TR pocket. Do you see my screen? They are so desperate to long everything and anything.
Hey everybody, good night, good evening. I'm here with Hori. Say hello, bro.
Hello, hello. Are we live?
Um, we are live. I'm just going to uh, quickly give you a rundown of what I think is pr- possibly happening even this week because tomorrow is still Friday. So uh, we still have a chance of breaking this week's low. But if we don't, we're gonna make history this week because it's the first time that Bitcoin, in all its history, makes the low of the week first for 7 weeks in a row. That never happened. So that is either very bullish or is just a one-off case. But in well, anyway, the low of the week is at 36,700. And we did have a very decent reaction from an order block that we gave out on the Discord. And this, for example, this is the 4 hour. Two things to consider here is that although Bitcoin did have a very nice reaction to an order block, a 30-minute order block, a pretty perfect tap here. We aren't able, or at least not yet, and it doesn't seem like we will be able to create a new high. So we are not breaking structure. We are still maintaining a bullish bias, a bearish bias. I'm sorry, and this would go possibly to the week's low simply because we did create this sort of liquidity curve here, and I don't think that this order block here is going to hold simply because we have an unfinished auction right below it, and those serve as magnets for price more often than not. And in fact, we have two unfinished auctions, and the other one is right on the week's low. So at the moment, my bias is short, uh, especially if we break this low right here and don't have any kind of strong reaction as a liquidity grab or SFP type of trade, which I'm not very convinced that we will have. We did just now. Let me change to the 15-minute, maybe hide this just to be a little bit more clear. We did just now simply react to these highs here, taking them out, and we are now dropping. This 10-minute order block would be, in my opinion, what would probably save price from going further down. So if it is failing, I'm not really convinced on any kind of longs right now. So that's currently my bias. What do you think, Hori? Do you have any other plans for the moment?
Ish. I was going to ask you, maybe you want to explain. You said you were talking about failed auction or
Mm-hmm.
the unfinished business.
Yeah.
What are you referring to?
Okay, basically those are values that you can see on footprint charts, like on ADAS or EXO charts, for example. And what they basically mean is when you get to a point where price just stops moving, and there are some an auction, some orders that are left behind with no. In this case, there were sells that were left with no buyers. So generally, that serves as kind of an imbalance. So price has to return there in order for those orders to be filled. And let me see. Let me just load at this to show you where they are. I don't think that we have any new ones to the upside. We only have those two below. But let's confirm that. I actually didn't confirm that before going live.
Okay.
Let me
To
just
the
hide some
upside,
stuff because this would be too confusing if I don't.
yeah, for me, basically the plan is almost the same as you said, just maybe the levels are a little bit different. I shared in the Discord my levels.
Mm-hmm.
I have a support resistance level, which on Binance, no, it is Bybit. On Bybit comes at 37,894. There is also
37,800.
supply
Okay, so
there.
here, yeah.
Uh,
I,
no,
I
it is
think I
above.
also marked an area there. What did you say? 37?
37,894.
Yeah, okay. That
And
that's
you
really
also
nice
have
because
supply there.
yeah.
And if you get there in this supply chain coming from the top, it
Mm-hmm.
is the only supply left and the only uh, unfilled, unbalanced. Like if you check all the candles, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have fair value gaps. So if we were to drop from here, like basically there will be no reason to come back, and the big pain and the big liquidations are to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, if you switch to a 30-minute, 1 hour chart and you look at all those wicks, man, they are buying everything. They are
Yes. Mm-hmm.
buying each and every level. Doesn't matter what it is, they buy it.
Yeah.
Like
We do have a
there is a,
lot of wiki candles, even on in a, even at the moment that we tapped the 30-minute order block that we talked about on Discord. Every drop was just wicks, wicks, wicks everywhere. You rarely have any filled bodies now.
yeah.
Um,
So that's the level that I would look for a short to the upside. Yeah, to the upside, because now after this bounce, we've created a little range, and now
mhm.
we are bouncing again from a TR pocket. So there is left another deviation to the upside, another TR pocket, which is actually would be that level. You take also the liquidity from the upside, and afterwards you go
Oh
down,
yeah,
and
this was
and
kind of
and
perfect.
that's yeah, and that's what usually I've noticed that it happens when you get such a clustered PA.
Mhm.
The first move, it is the not the real one. Like you take the liquidity from both sides, up and down, and afterwards you reverse. Just
Mhm.
like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
First, you had almost the same cluster of range, the compressed price action. You took, and I gave those both trades. I said there is liquidity to the upside and to the downside. SFP of both sides, it is a trade. First you went and you SFP'd the upper side, then you SFP'd the lower side, and afterwards you had the move to the
Mhm.
upside. So there is a chance, a possibility to move up from here, and afterwards we see at that level what happens.
Mhm.
But what it is certain that if you break like 39, 37, 90, 80, 38 basically,
Mhm.
you change again market structure bullish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was just going to show you. So, you, I don't know if you can clearly see this. These very thin lines here.
Yeah.
They represent unfinished auctions. So if I zoom in here, so that you can see the values. So those basically just mean that those 2K orders were left without any other. In this case, they were cells that weren't
Okay.
actually
Yeah.
bought.
Yeah. I got you. And what's the reason behind it? Like you say basically that price should come down to fill those orders.
They have a very strong tendency to, yeah. Uh,
And
and
who drives the price down in order for those orders to be filled? Or it is just a common pattern occurrence?
it's just a common pattern, yeah. Nothing more,
Okay.
nothing more. But yeah, in theory, those are sellers that are probably just trapped, right? But in any case, that I'm just referring to that because it's a common pattern, nothing more. Uh, Also, in the same aspect of patterns, these green lines that we see here, these are stacked imbalances, and they are also magnets, basically. So if we just look at what typically happens in terms of patterns, we are in a very indecisive moment right now. It really depends on what happens next. But
Yeah,
from the
it's 50
perspective
fifty.
of from the
But if you
perspective
look,
of liquidity grabs, we just swept this low and we swept those highs just before coming down. Um, so
yeah,
I
but
don't
if
know.
you look at the open interest and the
Yeah, let me take a
CVD,
look.
there are no participants in the market. They are only closing positions.
Let me change maybe to the 15. See it up close. This recent price action. Reload. Yeah, indeed. It's just dropping considerably.
CVD since almost after the bounce, CVD was almost flat all the way.
We have a
Spot and
very
futures.
slight divergence. This is very, very, very slight. Very
Yeah,
minimal.
I don't, I don't take those ones into the account. Like not anymore. I'm market structure,
Mm-hmm.
volume, and
And market
my
structure.
levels,
Yeah.
my fibs.
Do you want
I'm
to share
lying.
your screen?
Uh,
Let me put you up.
yeah, but I don't really have nothing much to say to show unless
Show me
yeah,
just
you can
what
share it.
levels you were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me put it on. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Let me drag this because it's the only clean one that I have. Clean. If you can if you can see this and consider it clean, okay. Like it is the cleanest that I have. I don't know why then the fuck I need so much, but
Well, I
anyways.
think mine is a bit has a little bit more information. So.
Yeah, okay. So basically, I'm looking to these two axes which I've posted also in the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be an SR level, and if you can see,
Yeah,
not
that SR level
perfectly.
what was the one you were talking about. That it's also a TR pocket, right?
Yeah, see, on the 15 minutes, you have a 15 minutes supply here.
Mm-hmm.
So the rule of thumb would be, because basically, if you just a short lesson on SFPs, you are looking to swing fail highs or lows. But
Oh,
then
on
the next
MXC we did SFP that, but not on Bybit. Interesting.
on the next step you would like to see, okay, you SFP it, but what do you SFP it into? Above this, is there any resistance, or below, is there any support where price can actually reject from? At times
Mm-hmm.
the SFP just happens and you don't need anything, but for example this would be a perfect scenario. Like you have this clear supply here, you
Mm-hmm.
feel this little unbalanced left over here, you have an clear as day, in my opinion, SL level here, and actually it comes from way back.
Ooh, damn.
It is
Yeah.
it is a market structure point, and maybe one day I'll also talk about this. And actually, I didn't put it correctly. To be more precise, it will be over
That's
here.
from where 15th of November. Well, almost
A, lo-
16th of November.
long story short about market structure points, it is like when you put a high or a low, and you fail to close any other candles above it. It
Mm-hmm.
is relative depending on what time you're
Time
looking
frame.
at, but yeah, but basically this would be the long story short.
Yeah.
And afterwards, everybody interested in watching, you can backtest this yourself. It has a very, very, very much relevance in the future. So it is
A
like
lot of wicks
here,
again. Yeah.
here you just front ran that level a bit, but afterwards you can clearly see here how perfectly it was touched.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it comes with you can find another 1000 confluences here, not because there
Yeah, sure.
is my SR level, but it is like at least strange how it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance, resistance. Afterwards you come, you break it, test as support. You go under, you go above, support. Almost touched, support. Resistance, resistance,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and logically you would expect again resistance.
Exactly.
So, and it is very much simple here because your invalidation is over here. If you go above this level, you already shift market structure, and I think you shift it on the hourly. Yes,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
which would be very much
Those wicks are
important.
even clearer on the hourly.
Yeah, and afterwards, you don't have anything. You don't have anything till I don't have it on this chart. Okay, and you guys cannot see, but basically my zoom bar is overlapping with
Oh yeah. It doesn't
trading
let
view.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a nice trade. Whoever limited in,
Mm-hmm.
because it was like 1 minute, 1 minute is displayed, but it was several seconds. Ah, okay, yeah, 15 minutes
There it
here.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I am looking. It's also not on this chart.
What level is that deviation that was there? 236.
What here you're talking?
Yeah.
No, it is
That's
just it is take profit.
yeah, but that's interesting because 38900 is the end of a very old single print.
Yeah, that I don't know. Ah, okay.
So that
I
would
am
be a
looking.
good confluence also.
I am looking for a rejection from 38 8 922. What is this? Binance.
Mm-hmm.
On Bybit it is 38 8 20 if I'm not wrong. But anyways, in between 30 38 39, it is the level where I'm expecting to reject from. And this comes from, actually it would be like way easier to take a clean chart and pop up on a clean chart, because with all of this it is a bit hard to see everything. BTC USDT P, and now what should I take, as I think all of them are okay. Let's try Bybit. So if you go on a higher time frame,
Mm-hmm.
I took the range, this range over here,
Okay.
and you have the point of control of the range. You have it over here,
Which is at yeah
38 8 something.
too much confluence to ignore.
38 865, it is this one, but
Yeah.
also this is relative depending on what type of volume profile you use, but if you refine it down, I basically got to 38 820.
Mm-hmm.
Now, considering the exchange that you use and everything else
Yeah,
might
it
be
will change a
different.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, thing is that like this is the level. If it doesn't reject from here, then then it is the bull market. Another interesting thing it is that if you take the whole price action from the bull run till all the way afterwards, dun, dun, dun,
Where's that VA? Uh,
no, it
31k
doesn't.
around
It
that.
doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. If I put you the, I need a clean chart and I have a gazillion of templates, but I don't like I'm not prepared to stream and shit like this.
Yeah.
Let me try this. Should be okay. Yeah, let's see. BTC USDT because Binance is different and it is way different and for me it is I don't know like all this USD BTC USDT not me this all this USD by bit I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Like if you were following the drop, the big drop, how it slashed through the levels because there wasn't liquidity to hold the price. Okay, let's ignore all this shit here, and it is very much okay. Like this,
We
we'll
found a
be
lot of
able to
yellows
see it.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, you know about my yellow stuff.
Yeah. I well, I mean, I learned it from K-Pax if I'm not mistaken
Ah,
about
okay. No,
using.
no, no, no. This was a joke between me and another guy. We have
Oh,
yellow,
I
then it is
oh yeah, I
a
think it
good level.
was Jassa.
No, Emfries.
Okay.
Anyways, long story short, yeah,
But yeah,
something
I used to
changed.
see that a lot in chat.
Something, yeah, something changed over here. Now I don't know if there was more volume over here, but basically, the VA of the whole price action of the bull market,
Was that
or
the
maybe
38900?
yeah, it was just a little bit about 38,900. And plus afterwards you have a daily here. So basically, long story short, this is it. Like if it doesn't reject from here, that's it.
Do you think, hypothetically speaking, that because the value area high has shifted a little bit below where price is now, in that chart that you were showing, uh, that can be a bullish confirmation, maybe? Because
You
it
know
did
what it
shift
is?
below.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what it is now? I'm basically okay. I'm gonna hide this because actually I'm ashamed what I have. Uh, my idea it is this. You cannot like have a personal bias, stick to it when the reality slaps into your face. Like
What do you mean?
I am bearish. I am bearish. I believe that we go under 20k 100% in my opinion. If
Okay.
not now, later. All that
Yeah.
it is conditioned by the snowball effect, as I call it. Like in when you have in this, I just also said it in the server in the channel when you have this clustered price action, it all comes down which is the first order that comes to shift the balance, and afterwards it's easy. You just roll to the opposite side,
Yeah, it's like
and
dominoes.
and it's gonna be also here, but in the form of a news, of a black swan, of a whatever. Because actually, why did we pump? We pumped out of a fake news,
Yeah,
and
about
afterwards,
ETF.
yeah, and afterwards all this ETF nonsense, and then bull market, and then altcoins doing 2x and everything else. So it doesn't favor you to like, even if you have like me for example, I can see the bullish chart. There is nothing bearish about it. I can be bearish as long as I want. Once, like, for example, Capo from the Twitter. Even
Yeah,
even even if at the end of the day he's right, and we go to I don't know 8k, and he's gonna scream all about, oh, I was right, I was right. Okay, who the fuck cares? Because meanwhile I did I don't know 100 x on my portfolio just playing the bullish side
exactly.
like a common friend, like
That's how I
actually I
usually
can,
say. Just play the
Yeah,
charts and
like Sergio said it because we can mention him because he's in the group.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
While it plays out, just go with the trend. There is no
Exactly.
point to pee against the wind. But like you should have this in the back of your mind that okay, we're long and everything else, but at a certain point we can drop and we can drop fast. Like I can see this scenario where SEC comes out and they say that they don't care about the ETF of BlackRock and everything else,
Yeah.
and I bet that there
Everything
is
below is just a
possible.
big, huge liquidity curve. I don't see any
Yeah,
points. Yeah.
yeah, there is absolutely nothing. There is absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is that like you don't have anything here to hold the price. Like they longed everything you don't have anything. And afterwards it is the imbalance. And
Yeah.
afterwards, guess what? 31,700, the high of the previous range,
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be tested. Actually, this is a very good confluence because on a higher time frame, I don't remember was it daily or whatever. Yeah, I think it is a daily. Here you also, or close to it, you have the zero point 0.5 of the fair value gap of the imbalance, and it is
Mm-hmm.
a target. Yeah, just a little bit under. But anyways, once you get acceptance inside, basically you will break market structure on the daily, and afterwards, if you get a retest or whatever, it is not gonna be the same thing, and it is very easy to come low.
Yeah, I
And I
agree.
guess I am guessing the big problem which I had, okay, this is Bybit. This is Bybit. The problem which I had, I was trading on, I was and still am on Binance, and I was a huge advocate of Binance. But again, the reality stares me in the eyes, and I'm also monitoring now Bybit. So I had this weekly SR flip on Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so much sure that this is the level, and it was. But
Yeah,
on
and Binance, I
Bybit,
don't
it
think it
was.
tapped, right?
Binance didn't tap it.
Yeah, I had that one too.
If this was Binance and would have seen this reaction, 100x whole account, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't. And so I don't know where I entered, but I entered late, and just because of my bearish bias, I didn't even ride it all the way up. But it
Mm-hmm.
is what it is. As long as you are able to make a 1% a day,
Yeah,
you're golden.
I have. Speaking about Sergio, I have a quote from him. I don't know if it's from him or if he saw it somewhere, but I have that on my wallpaper, which is basically 1% a day keeps the day job away. So yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't I don't know what this is. Just a sec. Let me tell you. Yeah. So this is it for me. If you want to touch something else,
no, I think that's it. I saw. I didn't see actually. I didn't see the chat before going in. I don't know
we had a
because we
person
asked
asking about the fibs and
about fibs.
yeah, how was the right way to pull it and why.
Mm.
And they said that if I can say I can like explain the official version, but if I'm
Oh,
going
yeah. I
if
was
I'm
gonna
going
say if we're
no
gonna talk about Hori's
if I'm
fibs,
going
we need a week
into
to
my
talk about it.
yeah, I had two sessions of 2 hours each, and I still think I didn't touch everything
Yeah.
on my fibs with my students.
Guys, that should be like a workshop for a week of live streams because if we're gonna talk about Hori's Fibonacci's techniques, man, we're gonna be here for a long time, and I gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah,
That doesn't work
but
today. I'm
but
sorry.
just to answer the person, basically what you want to do all the time, it is to
Just
pull,
swing
and
points. Yeah.
if you're using if you want to have the right levels, you're gonna use the control to press the magnet, and you're not gonna see shit here because Okay,
You gotta
now,
hide your
oh
everything
my
else
God,
on the object tree.
oh my God. Okay, yeah, let's do it here, because this is clean.
Hmm.
And again, like I would have to explain here because s- I don't know how many will pull the fib from here or from here
Yeah,
or I don't know where. And I would pull it from here. And I cannot, like, it takes me a shitload of time to explain why here and not here or top of the range. But by the rules of pulling the fibs, okay, let's leave this shit
if there
alone.
are any
Y- y-
rules,
y-
right?
yeah, you put a low and you put a high. But basically, before putting, it is like with the market structure. Depending on what time you're looking and what you're looking at, it shifts after you put a new high or a new low. Basically, if you start
Exactly.
from here, here is your low, here is your high, and this is your fib. Afterwards, again, it's so hard to explain it without going into how I do it.
Yeah,
Because again, like the rule says you have the absolute low, you have the absolute high, and then you move it up here. But again, it is wrong because I would not pull it like this. But basically, this is it. Afterwards, you do the opposite. You have the high, and afterwards you get the rejection from there. Whatever you pull it to your low, just to see when price comes back where it might react from. But again, it's just a tool to give you extra confluence with your regular TA.
yeah.
The
In
the
essence, I think the more traditional way, right, is just following market structure. Wherever you have a BOS, you draw from what started the BOS to the end of it. That's the more traditional way, but Fibonacci has so many possible techniques, man. In and for
yeah for
example, we use a lot the TR pocket, which is deviations of it,
yeah
and
for
it's
example,
amazing for ranges and corrections. Uh, the amount of trades that you see as perfect taps from TR pockets is just so insane. And a lot of the times it
mm,
just looks like fucking magic.
yeah, TR TR
Hmm. Yeah. A lot of the times
whenever
it just
and
looks like magic, man.
TR TR TR, and I bet you that on every range that I pull, you're gonna find the TR pocket. I
Yeah.
meant to ask you in this to like finish it with the fibs. Finish it. You cannot finish it ever, but maybe you will be able to explain it better than me. Where would you pull your fib from?
Is it possible to draw
After
on Zoom?
after after I don't think so. Thank God you cannot go with my mouse now. But it's easy to tell me.
But
Just the question is like this: you put this high over here.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, where do you pull your fib from?
I would go lower,
You
lower.
you pull you
Uh,
pull it from here, you
no,
pull it
I
from
would, yeah.
here, or you pull it from here.
I would go
From
from the
here,
middle one because it broke structure on a higher time frame.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
See
I'm
here
guessing
here
that we would get maybe the 618 or 786 in that case.
see here is my problem. I will not pull it from here. And the explanation is simple. It is very simple. This is finished business.
After you break it, right?
You have the
Mm-hmm.
range. This is finished business. I would not pull it from here because what had to be pulled from here, it was pulled and you had a reaction 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested like in the same concept as I explained previously with the clean supply and demand or the blocks. It is over here because this is the start of your move, and afterwards you have no mitigations, you have nothing.
Exactly.
You understand? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested from here what started the move. Sometimes I also measure only the impulsive move which leads to the breakout. but more correct, it is from here, because over here you had, and then, for example, this is an 8 hour, but just think it would be like, I don't know, 1 hour or 30 minutes. If you break market structure on a higher time frame, then yes, it would be correctly, I don't know, to pull it from here, because you would be interested, for example, over here, you would be interested to take it all the way down from here till here, it would be. But
Mm-hmm.
see, again, it was so impulsive and everything that it doesn't really matter. It will not, it's pointless to take it from here, because you will take it from here to measure the high over here, and like that you get your confluence, you get everything. But afterwards, exactly the same principle as here. Business is done, you move to the next one. And from that point of view, your pull would have been from over here. And if you
Mm-hmm.
had pulled from over here, you have had a zero point 0.5 retrace over here,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Otherwise,
Can you do that
you
again,
would have
just
been left
to
what to do?
ask you something?
To pull down the
That
flip?
same fib that you did,
Okay.
where
And
I was just going to say how interesting it is where the zero minus 0236 is.
right. Minus what?
Where's the 618? 41, around 41, I guess.
Yeah, man. Oh
Yeah,
my
but
God. I
the
didn't
minus
even realize this.
236, yeah.
It's exactly TP1.
Mm-hmm.
It would be TP1 from this pool. That's cool.
That's yeah that, and notice that it stopped going down, so it went up and then came back down only to the zero point 0.5 and never
Yep.
came back again. So
Yep.
that would be your
Yeah,
crazy entry.
yeah, this is another thing, like when price moves out of a range or something or anything impulsively with a big move. When you get, for example, into something like this, like 0.32, it
Mm-hmm.
is like it is the best thing that will indicate you that you're gonna have continuation.
Continuation. Uh-huh. Yeah.
If you have zero point 0.5, it is normal, it is usually what happens. But if it goes beyond zero point 0.5, then start asking yourself questions, because okay, momentarily maybe the golden pocket will hold, but golden pocket is not what it used to be, and for that reason I have my golden pocket too.
Shh!
And
Don't talk about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is at least to get some revenue to be worth it. But
Exactly.
okay. Anyways,
Let's save that.
if you
Let's
if
save
if
that.
you if you if you don't know how to
Pretend
use
you
it,
guys
and
didn't listen to any of that, okay? It's
if you if you
let's
don't
not
know
talk
how
about
to
it.
use it and pull it, it doesn't really actually matter, because look, it's exactly what happened last night over here. Was it last night? Yeah. So, and this is
618,
what
right? Mm-hmm.
is this what happens non-stop, like if you pay attention. And also the thing which this thing that I shared with my students, they were amazed, like the magic. You come into the golden pocket,
Most people try to
you
long
you,
it, short
you
it, and
have
get
you
fucked.
have you have the rejection, and afterwards you come in the GP2, as I call it, 702 735, and afterwards you have the real move, because it is so, like, this is what I also saying, like, I
It's a
would
problem
not like
about
to
mainstream
to
media,
share
don't you
every
think?
that's where I was going. I
Yeah.
don't want, like, to share everything with everybody, because like it took me a lot of time, and blood and tears. Okay, blood not, but tears there were, to and unslept nights, and 24/7 on the charts and shit like this, to discover this stuff. Like, okay, I think we can share for 100 people now, because it won't go mainstream, but this is the
Exactly.
thing. When something works too much, too better, and too many
Hmm.
people know about it, it stops working.
Yeah.
And also, for example, this 0835 fib, it is a thing that I came up with. And now it is not one of those times when like you make a story because you don't know how to explain shit, and afterwards you say just that okay, I came up with it, is my finding, my invention, my
Mm-hmm.
blah 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 shit. No, this is just from back testing, and I haven't heard or seen anybody using it. This is my invalidation level. Like for example, when it happens that I'm out and I don't have time to stare the charts on everything, and I'm very much confident in a level, I know that there is a possibility for the GP to work. I find my confluence and everything here, and I would put a limit like this. I would put a limit that would start maybe something around over here, and based on the RR, I will I will see if it is worth it or not. And
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, the stop loss goes just a little bit beyond the 835. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it gets hit to the perfect limit. Other times goes just a little bit 0.01 maybe weaks it. But
Mm-hmm.
it is the invalidation level. I haven't found like I don't know if it, since I'm using it, which is like now for almost 2 years. I don't remember like maybe two times that the price wicked above it and then got the move. So if it does reject, it is golden pocket, second golden pocket 786. But the good moves actually just they only go to the point 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
So like this,
Perfect
that's
tap. So that's
all from me.
236 as well. Yeah, I think that's it,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, because like I had a conversation last night with one of the guys from the server, and he said that he doesn't believe in fibs. You don't have to believe in fibs. It is a tool, and you have to know how to
Yeah,
use it.
exactly.
And there
Just
is
like
like
anything else.
yeah, but it's more than that. Like I had a bias, which actually was confirmed afterwards when I learned about algorithmic Fibonacci.
Hmm.
So there are some guys which use Elliott waves, and they have algo fibs, and there is a strategy. Actually, anybody interested? It's Arthur, not Arthur Hayes, David David Hasley,
Hmm.
if I'm not wrong. It has a book, and it works very nicely. What he did with that book, it is. Algorithmic Fibonacci, but it works the best in trading days or when you have in a trend, basically you're going up or down.
Hmm.
But some guys altered that, and after I had the course, I altered it again, and after that course, I understood that my bias was right. Almost each and every single bot has a strategy, and almost each
Exactly.
strategy has some kind of fib pull into that strategy. That's why you will see 1,000 times over that golden pocket works, that 236 to 72 work, that minus 61.8 works, because for example these ones are take profits, and I will bore you to death to show you each and every time that these levels get hit perfectly. Again, just like I talked about this SL level, if uh, we got the wick from here, it doesn't mean that it was the 236. It was a gazillion of other reasons. This,
Mm-hmm.
for example, it is Bybit. I don't know if it is relevant, and if something shuts down now, don't get scared. My cat came to me. So you had this flip-flop level over here. You had on the 1 hour, it was the demand. Afterwards, from the way down, it was also a golden pocket. It was also on,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, see, again, it was
702.
GP2, GP2. But if you take it all the way down, where is it correctly? Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
618. Also, these fibs are a bit like, because actually, as somebody tell, it doesn't matter what you pull where from. Uh, at a certain point, you will have a fib level that the price
Yeah,
touch the fib level.
I guess I understand when people talk about not believing in it in the sense that, yeah, of course, it's kind of subjective, right? It depends on how and who are
Depends
drawing
how
it.
you, yeah, depends how you are using it.
Yeah,
Because it's not like a religion that you have to believe in. Like it's not you don't have to believe in it. We use EMAs, trend lines, or parallel channels, or whatever you use. If it gives you money, if it makes you money,
exactly.
that's the most important thing.
But I also
Because
guess that
at the end of the day, guys that have just basic lines of support and resistance with an awesome risk management strategy, they can make money. So at a certain point, maybe you get with this thing paralysis of analysis.
yeah,
But for me, Fibonacci was the
too many
first thing
options.
which I learned and I knew before I actually started futures trading. And I was just long in the golden pocket in 2021 bull run, and I made a shitload of money. And sometimes it is just as that easy.
Yeah. Nassim is asking if on YouTube he's asking if you can share fib levels in Discord.
Yeah, I will do that.
Um, but yeah, I think
But
that in essence the thing is about if you guys the simple way to do it would be to draw it from swing points, structure swing points. But the thing about that, and you have to keep in mind, is that always try to think if that is probably going to be a level that too many people are betting on, and see if you have any other kind of confluence, whether it's, for example, an order block, um, an SFP, for example, if you have multiple highs stacked. Is it possible for price to simply and just simply go get that liquidity and continue down, for example? Um, so use them as confluence, but not as a definitive strategy, for example, for whatever you want to do.
yeah, so basically this is all I use. These are my this is my the one to go,
What do you
the
use the
one
third
that I
one
use.
for?
It's just a basic range.
Hmm.
The one level 0.50, 0.25, and 125. So
Okay.
nothing complicated here, just to define the range because because let's leave it here. Okay, and these other ones are the TR ones, and these TR ones they actually can be played individually with any other levels. And they are very much useful, just like it happened now in the price. Or imagine that you come into a land of unknown and you don't have anything else, and the price just lingers in a range, maybe slightly deviates up, slightly deviates down in the form of SFP, but nothing concrete, and it gets clustered. So you can expect liquidity to be taken above and liquidity to be taken beyond. Here, here, there are two levels, over here, and over here. And I actually use another rule, the 272 and the negative 272. This one I learned from Sergio. Basically, when you
Hmm.
have a range like this, it is your deviation level, but if you actually close above it, that's considered a break of the range. Otherwise, it is just a deviation. And for example, I can show you here that you get this range deviations more often than you would think. It is clearly day and night. This is your range. You take your
Hmm.
low, you take your high, TR template. Did it work? Yeah. Okay. No, look at it. And
Hmm.
and you can no, you cannot make this shit up. And that's also like why I've put my X here. It is a TR deviation. By the way, it cannot, it is possible not to go there, to deviate just to SFP these highs, and it will go into this flip-flop level and just goes from here. But this is it.
Yeah. And again, we did stop at was 618 level.
And
Again,
yeah,
perfectly.
another thing that that I do, for example, with the fibs, I search like fib confluence. Let's call it like this. And what do I mean? I mean exactly like this. For example, whoever longed over here, they longed the 786. It was the level. If we were to, so we are talking now specifically and only fibs related. So it was the no, it didn't even touch the
Didn't.
786. It was again, look, another beautiful example. And as I said, you can see it non-stop each and every time. You come, the GP has first it is front ran a bit, then it has a reaction, and then afterwards it comes lower. And actually, that's what I wanted to say, what I mean. This is a take profit, this is a take profit, this is a take profit.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever, for example, I get involved over here, whatever, I immediately do the opposite pull. Like to explain,
To see
very
where
good,
people might try and
very
counter
good.
trade
Yeah,
you.
yeah. For example, over here, I would if I get after I got involved because I've seen the reaction from my level. I didn't take the exact low over here
Trade.
because
Mm-hmm.
I stopped placing limits long time ago. Only when I'm not at the laptop I do it, but very seldom. I immediately pull the fib because I want to see, because sometimes what happens, you have the level which gives a reaction, limits that are sitting there, people taking profit, and that's why orders that have stop losses and get triggered, and that's why you have this big
Bounce.
wicks,
Mm-hmm.
big yeah. But you are interested, where will it go till? Because as we know, if it only bounces to the 0382, it is, I call it a mechanical bounce, though some people laughed about me in the past, but it is the best way to explain it. It is mechanical.
What do you
It
mean by
is,
that?
I mean that there are orders triggered.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, there were limits here, there were people taking stop losses, and there were shorts getting liquidated. That's why you had the move over here. It is not like, I don't know, somebody was sitting here with $256 million and they just longed it along the level.
Of course, yeah.
They, so if you have these important levels, and that's how you get the reaction. And afterwards, you're interested in the continuation, because if it is just 0382, that's a mechanical bounce, a simple weak move, and continuation to the downside, it is very much probable. The zero point 0.5, again, it is normal, debatable, whatever you say, but after it goes to the golden pocket and above, you have buyers. So it is a good bounce. It is a good bounce, and you should get involved. And that's why over here I added to my position, because I've seen that there were buyers, and I've seen that there were buyers with all of the wicks that you also had over here. So it was clear that somebody doesn't want to let the price go down. And
Mm-hmm.
afterwards, over here, and after I've seen the CVD and the open interest just going down, I close it completely. Am I happy? Hell yeah, I am. I made again like 3 and something percent today alone. Of course, I'm happy. Almost
Yeah.
1%. Like you take, you don't even like, don't have to stay in front of the laptop all the time and stuff. You need one good trade. You set, best for me charting it is in the morning. I get up, I have a plan, and afterwards I go out for coffee and I go do my stuff. I sit in front of the laptop just because I love it, and I love learning and interacting with people and helping people. But I would not really need to, because once you lay down a plan, you just set alerts and that's it.
Yeah, just
And
try to stick with it. Yeah.
yeah, and to finish the concept, like I'm playing this thing over here. I get the reaction from my level. I pull the fib from top to bottom to see where it is the resistance. I see where it reacts, and then again I pull it from the bottom till the top, and I mean swing low, swing high. You see, this was your absolute low. Now you're waiting for the absolute high. Absolute high, I mean, not, I don't know where it's gonna end next year. Like on the 1 minute chart, like you have to have the 1 minute chart for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And based of that, you take a decision. Going forward, I'm taking this pool into the in account for the if price bounces from here and it is gonna go and maybe I'm looking to play a level over here. I am also checking, do I have a take profit level from the persons that longed over here,
Mm-hmm.
because we are talking about the chain reaction. Stops from over here will get hit, people will take profit over here, and other people will get involved over here shorting. And that's how you will get the reaction. If the reaction it is too strong and there are too many FOMO and breakout buyers, you'll not get a reaction. But
Yeah.
it is important, like for example, at times if I miss a move or something, I just go back on the chart and I want to understand what happened and why. Where did it bounce from? And when you manage to understand the price action, what happens and why, then I don't know. It's better. It's better. Like even when I didn't know so much TA, and I was just only in the process of learning, and I was in signal groups, I was somehow counter trading the guys that they were giving the calls because I was doing my TA, and for example, I was interested to know where is the focus, which coins they are playing, which levels they are playing, and they were. Then I was putting on top my TA, and at times I was front running their entries, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't get their entries. And I remember I shorted Luna at 90 something, and there was a guy that actually it was the first lesson in my life about TA. I had it with him, and it was like fuck me a pencil neck support resistance by eye.
So
But anyways, I front ran him by $2. He didn't get his level. I got the level, and I made a shitload of money on that Luna dump.
yeah.
And going forward with this concept, you know where you should put your stop loss. You know where to take profits. You're not. That's what I also said in the group. You are not dependent on the person like, oh, are you in the trade? Should I take profit? Should I? Where should I put the stop loss? Are you still
Exactly.
in? That's why I said that I will never give calls. Like as long as I tell you that, look, guys,
Yeah, that's what we were
here
talking
here
today, right? Was I think it
here
was
there
today.
is here there is a range. I'm expecting for these lows and these highs to be taken in the form of SFP. I left last night a level over here, and I said it was, I don't remember, 1 hour, 2 hour, or whatever. I expect a rejection from here. It is very much simple to do it. Like your invalidation is above. I was playing when we were down here. I explained my model, what I was looking for. I was looking for the free triception, which I explained also in the previous stream that we had. When you
Mm-hmm.
have free drives and afterwards you come and SFP the free drive. I explained over here that I am looking for an SFP of this high, but yet again I'm looking for the SFP of the initial SFP, because I've noticed that a shitload of times this is what happens. Price comes, does the SFP. So you put a high, you SFP that high, and afterwards you SFP the initial SFP level.
Hmm.
In my head, the explanation is because you take out the guys with the stop loss break even. Because many of them say, oh, okay, those ones
Price
that
has
enter
moved, yeah.
on the confirmation of the SFP. So they don't have a level up here or anything else. And they take this the trade. Oh, it worked. How much would have been here? Maybe they even take profit 0.50%. Great. I also take profit 0.15. Comes back and then comes back down. Over here again, it was easy. We were looking for an SFP. Then here we played this thing over here. Ah, okay. Here I forgot. Here there was a 10-minute. So I've counted 9 trades that you could have taken easily on the levels that I gave and what I said that I want to see at the level. The 10-minute
Oh
over
yeah, I
here,
remember that.
I, I I gave this one. Okay. Then also here, so this one was given, this one was given, this one was given, and here I also explained it that I want a fast move down and a fast move up, a sell to buy, and that's what happened, and that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see if uh, it is like if the level is right. That's what you want to see. It means that you're not the only one having the same idea. The because
Hmm.
it's easy like other ones they like slow grind, and it is pretty much fair and easy when you have the slow grind because you create market structure. And afterwards, if the move it is not fast, you have the market structure and you can play easily the market structure. But when you have this fast move down like 1 minute over here, what's your pull on the 1 minute? Like I don't know about you, but I would not go like
On
here,
the one,
because
yeah, I would go all the way up.
on the 2 minute, it's basically a move down. Where is your
Exactly.
market
It's too
structure?
impulsive, yeah.
It is way too impulsive, and afterwards if you have to or want to play something, you would have to cover, how much
The
is
whole
this?
move, yeah.
1.4%, which for some signal groups in between 1.43%, it is totally acceptable. But okay, I
Oh, you
understand
mean in
nobody
terms of stop losses?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's terrible.
I also understand the point of view of, okay, I'm paying a fee, I want to get signals because actually that's what I'm paying you for. But there are so many guys that and they are also good. No hard feelings, go there. But if you want to learn fishing, that's what I do. So
Yeah, that's why I think it was today that we were replying to someone who was asking for more precise entries and stop losses and stuff like that. And that's not really the point. The point is to teach you guys how to understand where the
and
invalidation is
I
of
also don't.
whatever trade.
Yeah, forgive me for interrupting.
No
I also
problem.
like I don't like this word teaching because I learned so many things from new guys or whatever. Because
Hmm.
that's also what the post I made yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was. Let's talk charts. Let's debate price action. Let's because maybe you have a how
A
can I say
vision of things.
yeah, but not also that like my mind it's clustered with way too much TA, and maybe your way, seeing it simple, maybe just support and resistance can point me to a level that actually you are very much right about it, and makes me see everything in another
Different
perspective.
perspective, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I said that the best thing it is to interact, and I understand like it's very much easy for you have a setup, you place a limit and go on with your day, but it is it's hard and it takes time, and people that work or whatever they don't have the time and they cannot stay 24/7 for each 5 minute updates, because that's also the thing that I hated in the signal calls. Like they were saying, I mean, I'm out. I mean, I'm out. I took profit. I closed the trade. I said, man,
Yeah.
I cannot keep up with that. To be each 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes for the updates. And
Mm-hmm.
they were like replying, okay, you can, if you can't do that, don't trade. So I said, okay, you know what? Fuck you. And then I went, I did my business. So I don't want to. I said that I will never do that. Like as long as I give you the level, like, and again, I don't give you the level. I'm not teaching you, and I'm not doing giving you anything. I'm sharing with you my view, my perspective, the levels that I look at, and I'm telling you what I'm expecting to see when price gets there.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter
Yeah,
how
the
good the
the
level
rest
is,
is
if
decision of the person itself.
yeah, even this here, okay, it was a great, perfect level, but you have no guarantee that it will hold because it can just go through. You never know when a news comes or whatever. There isn't any guarantee that any trade will work. That's why
Mm-hmm.
there should be the risk management
Yeah,
and like that.
should always try to, at any point where people might counter trade you, should always take some money off the table, because exactly, you can have a bias and a logic behind every trade that you take, but um, there can always happen something that can just contradict you in the moment of it happening, that just wasn't there when you first did your initial analysis.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's also a different thing, like from a risk perspective thing. Like let's just take this trade over here, for example. I was playing all. For me, everything starts with market structure, and afterwards I find the confluence. So it was an obvious demand over here.
mhm,
How should the trade have been? Just based on this level, the setup should have been like this. You place the limit order just a tiny little bit, or actually how I used to do it, or whatever. Let's say it should be done, for the sake of the argument, should be done like this, just a little bit above the
above,
demand, just in case it is a
front
front
run.
run. Okay, then you should at least cover the demand, which in this case would be over here, and which as actually would, in this specific case, not a tragedy, 0.36.
Yeah, could be
Okay,
worse. Yeah.
yeah, way worse. Okay, where do you look to drive it? You look to take it till the high,
Hmm. Well,
because since
typically,
you
yeah.
since typically we are talking in terms of market structure and the
Hmm.
basic rules. So
Exactly.
you failed to close under the low, then you're going for the high. What's your most recent market structure high? This one. Okay, you're going with the 363R trade, which is amazing.
Hmm.
But wouldn't it be way better for you to stay like I did? You monitor the 1 minute. You monitor the 1 minute, and when you see the reaction, you immediately enter on the level, and afterwards you put your stop loss just underneath the wick, and from a 356 your RR jumps to 8.56.
I
And
think it
it
could
is
be nine
and
because they're not. Your
yeah,
take
it is.
profit isn't there. Yeah,
Doesn't
almost
matter.
nine.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter.
I
The
know. I'm just
the
joking. Just joking.
yeah, the principle is the same. And it is not about the RR. It is about your position size.
Hmm.
Because if you have, for example, I don't know, you're playing $1,000 position size, and you are risking 0.5. Imagine that 0.5, if you are risking a 0.15%, it's almost 5 times bigger the position size.
I understand what you're
Three,
saying,
three,
but at the
three,
same
three point,
time,
3.5.
and
So you're risking the same money as you would risk having a limit order, but the reward is higher. And not only that, the reward is higher. What doesn't mean to have a bigger position size? A bigger position size means that you can take several profits. Because if you end up in a 0.5% move with, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 100, 200, 1,000, at the end of the day, in a zero point 0.5, okay, let's say you make 1,000, it is great. How big should be a position size to make $1,000 in a 0.5? So this is
hmm
all pre-planned math that you should have in your head, and to understand how things work.
hmm
That's why I play reactions, because I have very small invalidations, and my position size can be considerable in order for me to be happy with a 0.5% move. And if I make a 1% a day, that's gorgeous. 1% here, 1% there. Like
yeah,
I
just
had
as long as you're
this,
consistent.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a topic that needs to be touched a little bit more, and I cannot find again my ETH chart because the zoom bar covers. Okay, I managed to move it. Okay, come on, ETH. This one was so much clean here because I was also expecting here for these lows to be taken, and see over here I have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, the dominance.
hmm
And this fucker pumped now so much because if BTC had a reaction from this Seneca point of control and became stronger. And if you are watching, because I also said this, you have a reversal on the Bitcoin dominance. And I said that it is probable that maybe for the weekend we'll have again an altcoin pump. And what
hmm
it is this important? When the Bitcoin dominance goes down, it means that people are leaving Bitcoin to go into altcoins. By the
Yeah.
way, what's the time? Do I still have time to talk about this, or it is too much?
Well,
Let's
a little bit,
leave it for another time.
yeah.
Long
But
story short, it is that
but
people are
I
leaving are
still have at
leaving
least
Bitcoin.
10, 15 minutes if you want to
Yeah,
continue. Yeah.
people are leaving Bitcoin to go into altcoins. That's why you would see that, for example, when Bitcoin drops, altcoins or Ethereum, they don't suffer that much. Most are even stable, or they don't even care. Or you would go for, let's see over here. Yeah, I have, for example, I almost with all the altcoins that I'm trading, I'm using on the one side of the screen the dominance, the pair, the Bitcoin pair, because I want to know, is it strong or it is not strong.
hmm
Overall, and like an individual asset, I would chart it to see like where are we sitting over here. And as we can see with Solana, for example, right now, it is on the edge. It
hmm
is on the edge. It is at resistance. It might break, make a consolidation here, continue the move up, or break down. And I'm aware all times of this how's it called, relationship
A
between
correlation. Yeah, I think that's the word you want.
the yeah, the pair, the altcoin pair overall, the Bitcoin dominance, what it is doing, it is going up or down, and the Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Yes, for example, you can see here very much easily in this chart, like you had the move up, and look where it is now, Ethereum compared with Bitcoin. But in the same time, look where it is, Ethereum compared on a higher time frame compared to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is
hmm
over here and Ethereum is nowhere close. Why? Because Ethereum versus Bitcoin went down.
hmm
Everybody went to Bitcoin. Nobody was interested in Ethereum. So it is very much easy. But to talk about the trade, I was looking for this low because actually that's the same thing which I started in the other stream. I said I start with an idea, I don't finish it, and one idea goes to another. I've seen the reaction from the golden pocket, and the plan was to long the SFP of this low, and I even had here something, I don't remember, something
Mm-hmm.
to bounce from on another chart, and I longed over here because I've seen the strength and I thought that there isn't a good possibility to come lower. And actually, after I shared the setup, it came over here and it barely missed my 223 or something like that. 220, yeah, 223. I think it was my stop loss.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take the stop loss, and afterwards I've seen my pattern, the SFP, and afterwards coming back to the SFP. It didn't actually really come over here, but it is good enough because it is an accumulation model.
Exactly.
Afterwards, I don't know, over here or something like this, I exited completely. Again, another 1%. It is more than enough. And I don't care if it goes to, yeah, here it was. Here it was because I know the goal was 1% and I was aiming for
Mm-hmm.
this supply over here. I don't care if it goes to Bitcoin to 100K or to zero because I have the capacity, the tools and necessary and the knowledge to make money no matter where it is the price.
Yeah, and
So
every day
this
is a
this
different day. Every day it has new trades. So
yeah,
even even on the weekend, some people don't think we can trade on the weekends, but it's always possible as well.
of course it's possible, but it is more
Yeah, it requires
risky,
a little
let's
bit
say.
more experience, maybe.
Mm, more experience for the risk because
Yeah.
the thing is more volatile.
Hmm.
I actually promised
Oh yeah, the
one of our
link.
members the link.
Did you get on? Did you? Were you able to
I
do
th
anything about it?
no, I didn't have the time, and I think it is a blank chart because I was going to, but afterwards I didn't have the time. But maybe let's see if I can do in 5 minutes something, and I will have actually a breakdown of how I do shit very fast and easy.
You do that, and we finish.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, long story short, this is supply. This is supply. Okay, I want to see volume-wise where we are on this entire range. Perfect. Value
Value
area
or
high.
high.
So, value area high with the other rejections over there. I can put, firstly, this is an SR. I will not name anything because it will take now a little bit more time.
Hmm.
I also want to see the
And we are
volume.
again not closing above.
I want to see the volume over here, and here
Did we
it
just
is
tap?
the
Yeah, we just tapped
value
it.
area low, which was just tapped perfectly. Okay, this over here, let's see if it was tapped. It was a monthly level.
Close.
Okay, this one would be actually interesting. And now we move lower on the weekly. On the weekly supply, was it tapped?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I think it was.
So weekly supply,
Yeah.
perfection.
And didn't close.
Yeah, already here I can make a simple plan. If I start to get daily candles above here, it means that we are back in this range and basically there is nothing to stop price till the point of control.
Hmm.
That's why there are many alts are looking like this, and that's why I have no panic, no shit, 65%, which is amazing. Like if this bull run is real and it is confirmed, and ETF and everything, you're not late. Okay, what else I want to do? I want to mark down this flip-flop over here. I want to mark the range high, which is over here. Okay. Here, nothing else interests me at the moment. Overall, value area high, value area low,
Mm-hmm.
supply. The other thing which I want to mark here, it is a high volume node. This one I will have to mark because otherwise there are too many
Too
lines
many lines, yeah.
without any importance. Okay, then I would go to finish this thing because basically now we are interested. So you take a point of reference where you are on the macro. If you have anything to reject from or whatever, you will do the same over here if you had something here to see what would be a support. But basically, what do we want to know? Is going to end up with a breakout, like bull market shit, blah, 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 or it is a rejection. And it can still reject. And actually, what I would do, but we are gonna save time. I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do. I would
Mm-hmm.
go small time frame over here. Actually, on the weekly here, you can mark this level over here as a weekly level. I would go to 3 days. 3 days. It is the same thing on the dailies because they work greatly, and I suppose there is a daily untapped level over here. I would mark
On the
this
top.
daily down. Yeah, I would take this peak of this price action here as a range, and I would put a volume profile from over here till over here, and I will find out that here it is a naked point of control. I would mark this one down, naked point of control, and poke and poke and poke. Where is it? And basically this would be like my point of interest to take a short, or if you're going to take SFP of the highs where it might SFP into.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, I want to see volume in this move over here. So I know that if we come down, there is a good chance that we might have at least a scalp over here.
That's a
And
pretty perfect
basically,
order block there too.
you're talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looks like, but it's not perfect, and it is not perfect exactly what you explained today in the server.
Yep.
Like I want to see
An
the price
imbalance right
moving,
after. Yeah, and it
yeah,
didn't.
moving away. Like for example, if this small doji here would have been white, yeah, okay, but this one over here is mitigated. It doesn't matter. So like this, I would go like on the 4 hour. Let's see, 4 hour. And look how clean it is. Okay, right out of the bat, I know that here I will have a point of control, which will be over here. I will mark it down and poke. Then I want to see the volume all the way from here till here. Okay, I see that clean supply, at least on the 4 hour time frame. We don't have, but there is clean demand, as I call it, which will be over here.
Notice too many highs stacked and equal, waiting,
Yes,
begging to be
yes,
taken.
yes. I would take all this price action as a range on its own, and I want to. Oh, this is stupid. Let's see if I can. Yes, I'm so stupid at times. I finally moved the zoom bar on the other screen. So this is a range on its own, and I do again my fibs thing. I want to see TR wise what will be the levels, the deviation levels. Okay, okay. Stop losses. Here there is supply. We can mark down this top here as a flip-flop level. Lovely, it matches. So I have my range deviation levels. This is the demand. Of course, every low it is a possible SFP which can be played. Uh, what else do I? Oh, dun, dun. So basically, this is it. Here is the plan. SFP of the highs into the naked point of control. You short it. SFP of one low, second low, third low, or you see, just like it happened today with Bitcoin, it comes fast down. You know that you have a level here that you can bounce from. You see a fast move up, you take it, stop loss under it before confirming the actual SFP here. Because by the time it is in the range, maybe you'll have something that rejects from and comes back down. By that time, you're able to put your stop loss break even and take profit. And to the upside, naked point of control. That's it. They almost all of them look the same. Like even if you're looking like at Solana, there isn't much to chart. Actually, on Solana there is a little bit more. You have
Yeah, but it's the same concept as well, right? Equal
yeah,
highs,
you have some
practically
imbalance over
demand
here. You have a
below.
fourish demand
Mm-hmm.
point of control, but there isn't much. And afterwards, of course, you can go a lower time frame and play whatever is left. But mm, this is it, and they are all going to move together unless there are news and shit.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah, but
a
that
this is a
seems also like a good uh, place to retrace to.
this is a good example how to use the fib, because you have an absolute low and an absolute high, pivot low, pivot high, swing low, and they actually don't have anything in between to justify anything else. So you have a golden pocket, second golden pocket. You want to take this as a range on its own. You put a volume profile over here, and here you have the point of control. Let's see, is it naked or tapped? Now it is another thing. If you consider it tapped and you take this week into account, or you just consider it, so you would have here golden pocket, point of control, and now I'm gonna do the opposite thing, which I explained about the previous time about the fibs. I'm gonna be interested who shorted over here 702 golden pocket. You have the take profit. Look how perfectly it lines. The 236. It's
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah.
So it is the level, and basically isn't much to it. Like I would go on the daily to see if I have a daily level here. And of course, like you're looking for the weekly, if you have a weekly point of control, weekly open, I would put the VWAP and everything else.
The wee wap.
The yes. Okay, that's it. I
That's it,
think it
guys.
is way too much for now.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I will wrap it up
Do you
for
want
now.
to conclude?
Yeah.
Do you have any conclusions or shit? The only thing what I wanted to say, like, it's not like, oh cool, there is a daily level. The only thing which I wanted to say, like, if you're looking in what I say and what I do, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or whatever,
some
like a
reaction, right?
reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like the YouTube like, subscribe, share, or Insta. I get monetized on the reactions or whatever. But it shows me how many people are interested in what I say, and it lets me know if I'm doing a good job or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I just post randomly and I don't know, I have no understanding of what's happening. Do people understand? Do they agree? They do not agree? Maybe
Mhm.
nobody's interested. That's also a feedback.
Yeah,
Like
but
if you can,
just let us
if you
know
take,
something.
if
Yeah.
yeah, well, it doesn't cost you anything. It takes you 1 second.
Mhm. Um, we maybe some people. I'm gonna try to gather some feedback about that also because um, since the Discord has a different style of presenting the posts and everything, um, we're not really sure if people are actually. Well, the feedback was great the last time we talked about it, um, but it makes me a little bit unsure if that's the best model to follow, even though the posts that way are really organized and um, will seem a little bit more categorized and everything. Uh, but I would like your feedback on if that format is better for you guys, or if you would just prefer, for example, something like a normal chat. But in any case, every post that we make, and I don't know if you guys know this, but for example, there are a follow option on each of the posts that are created. So if you want to, for example, get notifications every time we post anything, even if it's just an update, you can get notifications like that as well. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. Do you want to add anything, or can we just wrap it up?
Wrap it up. But look at these 1 minute candles. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What was there? One Bitcoin order.
Well, it's
Look,
it's
look at
Asia
it.
session, so it's
Look
usual to
at
have
them.
this low volume. Yeah.
Yeah, it was usual for Bybit. This is how we used to be on Bybit. That's why I was a bit advocate of Binance. But now it's happening on Binance all over,
Hmm.
and it started to happen after the FTX shit, and
Oh yeah.
afterwards with the Americans, with Bybit, Binance, everything else. Like the volume left the market.
I'm a little bit more recent in trading BTC on a lower time frame, so I didn't even know that. For example, before the FTX, I didn't used to use lower time frame strategies and everything like that, so I never even noticed any difference. But yeah, that's interesting as well.
Yeah. Okay. It was a pleasure. Have a good night.
You too, my friends. See you guys around in the Discord. If you have any questions, just tag us, and I'll let you know when we. I'll let you know in advance when we prepare another stream. Uh, so I hope to see you guys next time. See you later. Have a good night. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Good night.